episode where it feels like both of these are just like, there's not a huge load to get into, which means we'll probably take like an hour on both of them.
I mean, I don't have much to say.
Right, so Shaman King, so effing, yeah, just to recap the plot in like 5 seconds, Anna summons demons, because she, like, has negative emotions, and then Yo kills it, or at least, like, he gets ready to kill it, and it disappears, and we learn that Maamune's old master was Hao, and he feels bad about killing him 500 years ago.
Also, Matamune's a demon.
Wait, is he?
Yeah. Anna says only a demon can kill a demon. I mean that's probably false, but
yeah, I think it's more as in like, you know, only like a ghost can kill a ghost or whatever, you know, not specifically that he's like, you know, a demon. Because we see his original like body, right? Like back when he's like a cat.
Yeah, he's just a cat.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Like Yo pointed out in the episode, Matamune like he sleeps, he bathes, he takes up physical space. Spirits don't do that.
Yeah, that's true. That's like a weird thing.
I'm pretty sure the implication is that Matamune's a demon.
That'd be interesting if, like, you know, his resentment about, like, accidentally, like, well, I guess not accidentally, but, like, his resentment about, like, having to kill Hao, like, 500 years ago, like, turned him into, like, a demon or something. Or at least something close. That'd be an interesting twist, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Because Yo goes out of his way to point it out, and, like, there's a whole flashback sequence and everything.
I don't think I'm willing to, like, jump on board the theory yet, but I'm also not going to, like, deny it, right? Because it's, like, it's very possible. Like, it makes a lot of sense, but it's also, like, I don't know if there's enough to really, like, you know, like, definitively prove it at this point, right?
I don't know. I feel like that's what the episode's big revelation was.
Like, I could see the implications, but it's also, like, you know, like, he could just be, like, such a powerful ghost that he just takes up space, and Yo's like, wait, if, like, some ghosts take up space, then maybe I can hurt them.
I'm pretty sure that's not what they were getting at, but hi.
Yeah, it's hard to, like, really say at this point. But yeah, like, interesting idea if nothing else.
Yeah. We do learn that Anna is similar to Hao. Hao also just randomly spawned demons from his body.
Yeah, that's a big, like, thing we learned. So it's like, so we learned that, like, in this episode, it's like back in the past and probably still in the present, and it could just read minds.
Yeah.
Like, she could just read people's thoughts just, like, without, you know, like, having to really, like, actively do it. It just happens.
Yeah, I think the dialogue says that she can read people's hearts or whatever.
Yeah. She, like, reads their mind and she feels their emotions, basically.
Yeah, so that's how Anna knew, upon meeting Yo, who he was, despite the fact that Yo's grandmother never told her anything about him.
Yeah, that's something else we quickly learned this episode. It's like, okay, yeah, so Anna's whole deal's that, like, she's so powerful and she can read people's minds and stuff, and that, like, overwhelms her, and that, like, you know, causes negative emotions inside of her that, like, summon demons.
Yeah, Anna stays in her room all day long to avoid interacting with people so this doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's like this, like, self-fulfilling prophecy almost, because she's like, you know, she, like, shelters her up so much that, like, she doesn't have any way to kind of, like, deal with her emotions, but also she can't go outside because she can't deal with all of her emotions and stuff, and it summons demons, so it's like, you know, she needs someone to, like, actively help her through this, and she's actively, like, refusing to connect with people.
Yeah, I think the reason that, like, she was set up to be with Yo is because Yo is, I don't know, Yo is so chill that he's probably like a positive influence on her, and at least that's what they see.
Yeah, maybe, but they also do point out that, like, there is a harder reason why they set these two up together. Because it's like, oh, Yo has to defeat Hao. We should,
Yeah,
like, get him engaged to the most powerful person we know to, like, draw out his potential.
right. But also, I feel like they did it for Anna's sake too.
Oh, yeah. Like, there's probably, like, multiple, like, objectives to it at the end of the day, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is really interesting, like, seeing, like, Yo back when he's a kid, because it's like, it's a version of him that's way more, like, reckless and, like, reactionary than, like, we're used to seeing.
yeah. Um, Also, it's probably worth noting that Anna's ability to read minds or whatever isn't absolute. Like,
Yeah.
Yo is thinking of Ponchi and Conchi, and in her head, she gets him saying the word for penis in Japanese.
Yeah, and she's like, hey, why are you thinking about penis? And Yo's
Yeah.
like, wait, no, that's not what I mean.
And
And
then she's like,
she's,
and then
yeah.
I guess she could see what they look like through reading his mind, because she's like, oh, that Tanuki, I hate that one. I want to hit that one.
Yeah, it's really weird and interesting because, like, alright, so I was reading through the manga, and the manga, she says the opposite. She's like, I hate the fox the most.
Hmm.
So I have no idea which one is the correct translation.
Why? Yeah.
Yeah,
If they changed it, why did they change it?
I don't know. I guess she hates both of them, but still, which one does she hate more? It's very odd.
Personally, I hate the Tanuki more, but
Yeah, Tanuki's just a bit more, like, vile.
yeah,
It's a bit more
don't
disgusting.
don't like him.
Like, they're both just... Like, these characters were introduced by having them piss on Manta.
Yeah,
Just, let's not, like, let that just, like, slip by.
yeah, but at least the fox one doesn't have like his balls hanging out.
Yeah, just the fact that the
Which,
fox doesn't fight with his balls is an improvement.
yeah, which I get it. It's like a trait of Tanuki and like whatever. It's like they have massive balls. It's still
Yeah.
disgusting.
Fun fact, that's why Gaara has, like, a giant sand gourd, because it's supposed to be, like, the Tanuki balls over his shoulder. Because
Oh,
his, like, yeah, his one tails is, like, a big fox raccoon.
that's hilarious. Also, raccoon dog
Raccoon
is what
dog, yeah.
or Tanuki. You just call them
Yeah,
Tanuki. That's what
Tanuki,
they
yeah.
are.
But yeah, that's what that's about.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. There's a weird thing where like the shopkeeper, like a demon attacks Yo, and the shopkeeper thinks that Yo broke his window.
Yeah.
And
I
then like he has a sword, and Yo takes it. And he's like, "All right, the demon has physical form, so maybe I could fight it."
I have to imagine this is intentional, because it's like the shopkeeper's just dressed like Zoro for, like, no reason.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's got the whole, like, sash around his waist and, like, everything. He just shows up with a sword. And it's like, okay, yeah, I get it.
It's either that or Zoro and this guy are dressed as the same thing, inspired by the same thing.
Yeah, I would be surprised if it's just a reference. Because here's the thing, it's not the only reference this episode.
Beyblade.
Yeah, we got the epic Beyblade kids.
Yeah, their designs definitely like really stood out. It's like those are just the Beyblade characters, aren't they?
Yeah, they're just like big Beyblade references.
Oh, that kid in the hat. Yeah, that's totally like
It's just
up a
straight up
Beyblade.
Tyson.
Yeah,
It's like
man.
Tyson and effing Kai.
Man, you ever go back and watch those like not as a kid, like as an adult?
I've so here's the thing. I know like I have very vague memories of Beyblade. I know one solid clip that I've like gone back and watched from like one of the Mel Fusion series or whatever.
I mean, like I mean like old Beyblade, like the original.
No, because I distinctly know for sure is that there's just one clip where they're explaining how Beyblades have shaped all of human history, and you see, like, an image of a Beyblade parting the Red Sea. It's implied Moses was a blader.
Yeah, it's dumb. So, anyways, yeah, I actually at one point like started watch like I don't know. I was on like me and my cousin had just watched Metabots, and it's like, oh wow, that was like better than I would have thought it was. And then it's like, hey, maybe Beyblade's also good. And then we started watching it. It's like, oh, this is awful.
Oh, really?
Yeah, oh god, this is terrible.
Does it just not hold up at all?
It's worth noting we were watching the dub, and the dub is like
Oh.
I don't remember anything specific. I just remember that it was like the worst thing ever.
Oh no.
Like I feel like not actually remembering what it was. I feel like it was probably that it was like painfully dated with that, like how they were talking.
Oh, yeah, I can kind of see it, yeah. Like, I had to check out, because it's like, I can feel what you're saying, right? Like,
Yeah.
like, I didn't see it, but it's like, you say it's like, oh, I could just imagine what that's like instantly.
Yeah, just go back and watch like episode 1 of the original Beyblade anime. You'll see.
Man, you ever when they had the effing, like, the Islander guys on as, like, a random side fight or whatever, and
I don't remember crap about Beyblade.
there's just a tournament arc where there's just a dude who's like, oh yeah, my Beyblade's weathered, like, storms and countless battles, and I had to, like, repair it myself, and he's like fixed it with, like, boards and fucking nails.
Incredible.
It looks terrible.
Mm.
It's like, I don't think that's regulation.
Oh, by the way, I don't like. We're like, oh yeah, these are the Beyblade kids. I don't think we mentioned that they're actually like playing with tops.
Yeah, there's some like actual tops. There's like they do the thing where you like you swing it on like the rope to get it spinning to like spin.
Yeah,
Like they have little ropes. They're like just swinging them through. Man, I read like a little bit ahead of the manga just into like the next chapter a little bit just to make sure this is like the right endpoint. Because boy, is it really hard to tell with how this arc just sort of flows together at points. And yeah, we had a continuation of the Beyblade kids next episode.
they're gonna be like actual characters.
They just show up again. You see their tops like clashing together. And it's supposed to represent some thematic point or something. It's like, oh,
dumb. So yeah,
yeah.
just I don't know. Back to the important stuff in the episode.
Yeah, back to the trauma of having demons kill everyone you love because you're like drowning in grief.
Yeah, it's worth noting that Masamune like really respects Hal, and he's like actually like heartbroken that he had to kill him.
Oh yeah, we actually get like a lot of little things like that. Like, first off, before I like really jump into this, I do want to mention a quick little like thing I mentioned, which is like, yeah, if you remember when Anna just shows up to the house after getting groceries and stuff, like the grandma says something like, Anna doesn't really like put much stake in words. It's something like that. It's like you look back and it's like, oh right, because she just reads everyone's like minds, so she knows their intentions anyways.
True.
And it's like, that's a neat little like bit of foreshadowing. Yeah, something else that was like, as reading through a manga, there was like Translayer's notes, And there's an interesting little thing they like brought up where it's like, oh yeah, like Yo's family like practiced divination. So when like the grandma's like talking about, Anna's like bloody fate and stuff, she's kind of like talking about like, the past as well as the future. So yeah, that's an interesting little thing to like kind of bring up real quick. But yeah. So this is like the third half of the episode or something. This is like the B plot basically.
Which part? The flashback about Masamune?
Yeah, because we finally get Masamune's backstory, and it's
Yeah.
really interesting.
Yeah. Masamune, while he was still alive, was just like a random abandoned kitten.
Yeah.
And like apparently he was able to see demons. Which might be a thing all animals are able to do.
Yeah. If nothing else, I'd believe that cats are able to see demons more than any other, like, animal.
Yeah.
Like,
It'd explain why my cat runs around the apartment like a psycho.
yeah. I can't express how many times I've just looked over and the cats are just staring off into space at, like, nothing, and they'll just run away randomly.
Yeah. So yeah, we get a flashback of like ancient Japan where Hao is being like carried along by a couple of guards or whatever or he's being pulled by a carriage.
Yeah.
In a carriage.
Yeah, I'll put out this is 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, this is 1,000 years ago, back when Hao was still. Apparently, Hao used to be a really good person.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's being carried around in this carriage, and like his two guards are like being stupid, and then Masamune like scares them and like, oh, we'll kill you or whatever.
We'll kill that
like,
cat.
Yeah, and Hal's like, don't do that. He didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, come on, like, guys.
Yeah, and then he's like, actually, this cat's incredible.
Yeah, this cat's like survive. It's like living in a dude's like dead body. It's like, it's like just ignoring demons and just like it's not afraid of death, and it's like it's dying. And it's been through all this tragedy. He's like, I like this cat. I want this cat to be mine. Yo, kitty, also, you have an owner now.
Also, Masamune can seemingly understand what Hal is saying.
Yeah.
Like, I think he mentions, he's like, you can see demons, and then, like, his eyes, like, shrink. Like, he's like, whoa, he knows.
Yeah, he mentions, like, yeah, you can see demons and you're not afraid. And also, like, your 7 brothers and sisters died when you were a baby. And he's like, oh, geez, he knows.
Yeah. Which, who knows, it could be an Onmyoji thing where he can just talk to animals and have them understand him.
I think it's just an anime thing where it's like, oh yeah, it would mean more if Masamune, like, understood him.
Yeah, Masamune had a personality before he became a ghost or a demon or whatever he is.
It's an easy way to show that, like, Hal's not just speculating and he's actually right, because, Mamamune's just like, oh, whoa, he knows.
Yeah, and Hal's just like, jump into my arms and let's go, and then it shows Masamune like in his arms.
Yeah,
and like I think Hal has like 2 giant demons just looming over him.
Yeah. Oh, he's got more than that. He's got like 4 little ones too. Like he has the 2 Shikigami that like Anna like stole from him, and he has like a bunch of other ones.
Yeah, I guess I just focused on like the really big ones.
Yeah, and yeah, they took away the manji from the shield because, of course. But yeah, it's interesting because it's implied that it's like the deal with Hal is that like basically is like the same power Anna had where it can like read people's minds. But he just lived in such a crazy, like, hectic, like, horrible time period that, like, it just wore him down and it just summoned demons around him. But unlike Anna, Hal's actually like really powerful and skilled as like, an exorcist. So he's able to like tame the demons and like use them as his soldiers to do good and like, help people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hal is said to have had a weak heart.
Yeah, it's like he wanted to be a good person, but it's like, he's just feeling everyone's like pain and suffering and, all these like horrible atrocities and stuff. And it just like wore him down over time, is what the implication is.
Yeah, and it just kind of turned him evil.
Yeah. And now he's like, what? Like, yeah, no, non-Shans just don't get to live. This is my world now. I'm just taking it over.
Yeah. And then cut to 500 years later when Masamune has become a spirit or a demon, and he's actually with another shaman.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'd
and
assume one of Hal's descendants, because he's wearing, like, the, like, same outfit that, like, Mickey's wearing and stuff.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Mamui had to, like, turn against his old master and, like, kill him to stop his plans. And it's clear that this is, like, still really bothering him to this very day.
Yeah, because he's talking about it and like tears are streaming down his face. Like,
Yeah, he says something like, oh, I know what I did was just, but, like, I shouldn't have been in that position where I had to choose between, what's just and my master.
yeah. Also, throughout the episode, it seems like he's reciting a poem or something.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd pick up on that. Yeah, there's this weird little, like, poem he keeps, like, bringing up, where it's like, I forget exactly what it is. It's something like 1,000 black, like, origami swans, like, take flight. You can never uncover their mystery, never unfolding, never unfolding. I
Yeah,
forget if that's a continuation of, like, a poem from the last episode or not. I'd have to, like, check back. But yeah, he's like, they've been doing this whole, like, poem thing, like, every now and then, like, to punctuate emotional beats in the, like, arc, which is really neat.
yeah. And seemingly at the end of the poem is the title of these episodes.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I don't remember off the top of my head.
Or Zarian La Ville or whatever. I'm butchering that horribly, but something like that. I'm really bad with like words, especially in like other languages.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something like that because it's like based on the place they're going. Because it's like presumably this is like Madamune's trip into the afterlife as he like helps Yo and his friends through everything, right?
Yeah.
Like that seems where it's leading up. It's like this is just this like small, really like personal, self-contained arc of like like how like helped Anna gab her funk and like helped to save her, like paralleled along with like Mamune's journey to finally like cross over into the afterlife.
Yeah. Uh, if Masamune is a demon, and I'm pretty sure he is, I wouldn't be surprised if the big monster at the beginning of the first episode that we see as like the end point of these uh, seemingly 3, maybe 4 episodes. I don't know.
I'd
Uh,
say this is probably gonna be 3 episodes. Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the big demon is Masamune transformed.
Yeah, that would make sense. And has to like, he has to kill his old friend is like maybe, like Anna holds him back or something with the like 1080 beads if she even has that.
Probably not yet.
Probably not, but it's like I can see something like that where it's like Anna like helps hold him back and then has to like kill Mamune and that's like, the big like bittersweet ending to like, round this all off with. And I
Yeah.
feel like that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like, the next 2 or 3 chapters is like the end of the volume, and I feel like this is probably gonna be like, like a 1 volume self contained like story, right?
Yeah. And then maybe it'll go into its next season or whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, we're probably gonna have another episode of flashbacks, and we'll finally get back to the like current timeline and just see what's going on with there. Which is
We'll see how
yeah.
Yo gets back into the shaman fight.
So question, how are you feeling about this flashback arc so far?
Fine.
Yeah, like I've been enjoying it. It's a nice change of pace. Like it feels really intentional. Like we're not quite through it, so I can't really like parse out what like the big theme it's trying to say is or whatever, but it feels like we're building up to something.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's just one establishing demons. Where it wants to tell us more about Anna. It wants to tell us more about Hal. It wants to tell us more about Yo before he becomes really chill.
Yeah. Oh boy, yeah. But it's like, I feel like we're gonna get to the end and it's gonna be like, oh hey, here's the big, like, final verse of the poem or something, and it's gonna, like, pull everything together and be like, something like, oh, life's bitter, but you have to, like, take it in stride or something like that. And it's gonna, like, be like some kind of statement piece at the end that'll really round things off nicely.
I'm pretty sure him saying the title of the poem was the end of it.
It might be, yeah. I don't know, maybe we'll just get a different poem and it'll, like, round things off. I don't know, like, this feels like it's so intentional in a lot of ways that, like, I can't imagine them not trying to, like, bring things to a close with some, like, bigger theme trying to be emphasized.
We'll see.
Right? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that should be interesting. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far.